Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. If you are new to my channel, my name is Megan. I'm a realtor in Lexington, Virginia, and today we are going to be talking about what is the best time of year to list your home for sale on the market. So if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And if you are returning, welcome back. I am so glad to have you here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so it's a big question. Spring is upon us, and should you list your house on the market for sale in spring, in summer, in fall, and winter? What's like the best time to list your home for sale on the market? So, of course, I say it all the time, but it is going to be dependent upon your local market. So, you're going to want to check with your local professional to get exacts. This is going to be general. And of course, if you don't have a local professional, I'm more than happy to find one for you. If you are in the Rockbridge County, Augusta market at all, I'm also happy to help you directly. So, you know where to find me. So it's a question that gets asked a lot. What really is the best time? And speaking for our area, there's pluses and minuses to every single month you go on the market. So let's talk about the most common. Everyone thinks spring and summer are the best times to list your home on the market. Now, of course, spring is a very, very good time to list your home on the market. Things are blooming. Generally, the weather's fairly nice. It's warm enough to walk some property, but not so warm where you're hot and you can't manage it. It normally is a very nice time to be able to put your home on the market. And while I do believe that, it's also a great time for buyers. They're out, they're looking, they're wanting to buy. It's also a very saturated time to put your home on the market because everyone has the same logic. Let's go ahead and get it on the market in spring. So, oftentimes, what can be the best way is to prep your house for the market in spring. Start taking photos, start getting a realtor in there to help give staging information, start decluttering, start cleaning out, and actually get all those elements ready so when your home does go on the market, maybe it's not on a time where everyone else wanted to list as well. So let's move on to summer. Is summer a good time to sell your house? Well, it is. But there are some things about summer as well. It is warmer. A lot of people are traveling. They're out and about. And it may be one of the slower times given the fact that children are not in school and there tends to be more activities that pulls them away from those things. It can be a very, very busy time of year for a lot of people, and therefore it can slow a little bit of housing down. Depending on your area as well, things may or may not be blooming. It could be dry. It might not be the most curb appeal time. Once again, it's going to be area specific, but it might not be the best time to have things on the market if you are not in a gorgeous area with lots of curb appeal that's, flower specific. But it also can, like I said, it can be a very good time with the fact that daylight's later, so a lot of people are going to be looking later in the evenings. So for those people that might work at, till 5:30, and then they would get off in winter and there would be no daylight hours, they can actually get out and go walk property and see what it has to offer even those late times. So it offers that opportunity that maybe perhaps winter does not. But keep in mind, if you decide to list in summer, it is also one of the warmest times of the year, and people may not want to go look at houses if they can't physically walk the land. So depending on what your area gets to as far as the warmth is concerned, it might hinder those who want to go actually walk property if you have a lot of land pertaining to your house. Let's talk about fall. Fall, I think, is one of the ideal times to list your home on the market. It captures a beautiful fall color that is wonderful. A lot of people want to be in their home before the holidays or have a plan of action to start by the first of the year. And it allows you ample time to potentially get your home sold before the end of the year. So as we know, most people associate Christmas with winter. Most of December is fall. So while you might have the logic, as do a lot of people, of I want to pull my home off the market. I don't want people in here for the holidays. I don't want my Christmas stuff out and everyone having to traipse through it. I understand completely. It's a time of year where it's very busy. I wouldn't want people in my house. But once again, everyone thinks the same thing and they all pull their home from the market thinking it's not a good time to sell. Theoretically, there's less buyers searching in December than probably in April, but everyone tends to have the same idea to pull their home from the logic, or I should say, a lot of people have that idea, and to pull their home from the market. And then what ends up happening is there's no inventory in these times. So even if there are buyers out there, there's really not a whole lot for them to see. You always have those exceptions with vacant homes or homes that are unoccupied, but that's where you want to have that competitive advantage and say, hey, we're going to go ahead and keep our home on the market. We want people to see what it can look like during the holidays. And it really actually helps people envision them being in there for their holiday memories because it looks decorated and cute. What I'll also say is if you don't want to be able to stay on the market during Christmas, snap a few photos of your home decorated while it's decorated for Christmas, because it's always great to have a portfolio of photos when you do put your home on the market. So if a buyer's like, hey, I don't know where I put my Christmas tree, you can say, well, actually, that corner over there is the ideal place you really want to put it, and just give them some suggestions and ideas as far as that's concerned. And of course, going back to winter, I have always found in our area that January can be one of the busiest times of year for real estate sales. A lot of people get looking, they want to make some plans, they want to start their first of the year, big life changes. They just handled Christmas and everyone seems to get back to it. Weather is always going to impact that. If there's tons of snow on the ground, then it may or may not be super busy for showings, but those buyers are still online looking. And of course, we all know online is where the majority of the people start their search nowadays. So you want to be able to be ready and be present and be accessible for those buyers at that time. So while the showings might be a little bit slower because of the 5 feet of snow, we know Rockbridge County can get that. You also, like I said, you want to be able to be available if that in fact does turn into warmer weather in the near future. You're going to be already on people's minds on the market. So it just kind of depends. There is really no biggest, best time of year to list your home for the market, but whatever time you are going to list, make sure you're taking advantage of that specific time and what's going to bring you the best interest and highest value for that specific time. So don't be concerned more what the month is, but be more concerned about how you can make that month and maximize it for yourself. So look at the data, look at have that local professional go over with you when sales have happened. And what you have to also understand is that when you see a lot of sales in summer, that goes back to the fact that maybe a lot of them went under contract in spring. So you want to look at those factors, and same thing with winter. You want to look at winter and see what it looks like and kind of factor in what's the best time to list for your specific situation. But when you get the itch and you start to feel like you want to hit the market, there is no time better than the present time. So don't feel, start getting those ducks in a row, even if it's going to be 2 months before you're on the active market. Start taking steps now to maximizing the fact that you can sell quickly when you put your home on the market. So I'm so glad you were able to join me today for another video. I hope you find this information useful. If you do, please make sure to, again, subscribe so you don't miss any future content. And I would love to hear from you if you've ever sold a home or listed a home or anything like that, what you found the best time of year was and what market you were in when that happened. I would love to know that. And cannot wait to see you on the next video, and I'll see y'all soon. Have a great day.